Hi, I'm Terri Avnaim, Chief Customer and Marketing Officer at Sauce Labs. And I'm thrilled to be the first person to welcome you to SauceCon online. I've been leading the sauce marketing team for almost 5 years now, and we hosted our first ever SauceCon back in 2017 in San Francisco with only about 150 attendees. And I could have never imagined that I would be sitting right here today in just 3 years in front of thousands of you from the comfort of my home office. Needless to say, online was not the plan. We were supposed to be at the Fairmont in downtown Austin with that beautiful skyline and those shiny convention hall floors. And like many of you, I was planning to extend my stay to experience that fancy pool. But instead, here we are, each of us at home. And while that hotel does look pretty amazing, I think we can all agree that traveling to Austin for SauceCon quickly went to the bottom of the list of our concerns when we were faced with a global pandemic. In fact, it's times like these that give you a greater perspective on what really matters and what to no longer take for granted. In fact, I've even started a list of things that I will never again take for granted, like being able to visit my parents whenever I want to, or having friends over for dinner, being fortunate enough to have a job that enables me to work from home, having healthcare coverage. There's also a lot of people that I will never again take for granted. I'm sure you have a list too. For me, it kind of starts with teachers. Teachers are really important. Also, my vanity, hairdressers. Hairdressers are also very important. And of course, first responders, nurses and doctors. And there's all those really special behind the scenes people, those workers who are now hailed as essential and that are basically keeping our nation going. People that we often didn't think of before, like garbage collectors or people who work the cash register at supermarkets or even hospital janitors. And there's someone else who works tirelessly behind the scenes and that is currently keeping this nation going. Does that sound familiar? Because that's right, it's you. Now, don't worry, I'm not about to claim that testers are saving lives here, but I think we can all agree that right now, the world needs digital confidence, and that digital confidence is something that only testers can provide. People are relying on digital platforms for everything right now, to access critical goods and services, to provide learning opportunities for their kids, to connect with coworkers and colleagues like we're doing today, or even to connect to their own family because they can't go visit them. Testing is that gateway to digital confidence. It's what makes sure that all of this is even possible. So the world needs the testing community now more than it ever has before. And this is your time to come out from behind the scenes and really shine and be known. I will tell you that I got to witness the strength and the support that this community has for each other when we first announced that the live event would be canceled. The outpouring of support, the eagerness to help us, a vendor, it was just super inspiring. Testers are passionate about helping each other. The other silver lining to moving to this virtual format has been the realization of how global our community actually is. In Austin, we would have only had about 600 people, and most of them from North America. But since going virtual, we've been able to reach over 4,000 testers, with half of those from outside the Americas. And we are super fortunate as a company to be able to offer SauceCon to you for the 4th year in a row to provide testers with this opportunity to learn from each other and make lasting connections. And it was this experience of seeing our community come together that prompted us to modify the theme for the event. We landed on test better together. And you'll see that phrase reiterated throughout the day. We're all going to face new challenges in the weeks and months ahead, And Sauce Labs is committed to support you, the testing community, throughout this crisis and beyond, so we can test better together. Also, you'll notice that these bots are very responsibly placed, at least 6 feet apart. It's just not drawn to scale. But this isn't just marketing fluff, you guys. We have a number of tools and resources that are new that I'd like to share with you this morning that are going to help you to test better together. Let's review some of the new tools and resources that will help you to test better. First, you can't test better if you can't test at all. And we know that one of the biggest challenges in the community that is being faced right now for testers is the inability to test on physical devices while working from home. When the shelter-in-place order went into effect, we immediately received calls and emails from a number of you that your in-house device testing carts were inaccessible. Now, of course, we think everyone should already be testing on real devices in the cloud, but we know that for some of you that's not possible and you haven't made that leap yet for varying reasons. We know this challenge is both real and we hope it's also temporary. So we've made our real device cloud more accessible than ever with flexible pricing and contract options to get you access to the mobile devices you need when you need them and not longer than that. If you're interested in flex pricing, please contact your Sauce account executive. Second, we're excited today to officially release the Sauce Labs Continuous Testing Benchmark for 2020. This report debuted at SauceCon last year, and the benchmark is a testing community resource unlike any other. It enables you to see how your organization performs against 4 key best practices in testing, and it also gives you a view into how that stacks up against your peers. Most importantly, though, it provides you with a reference point that you can use to continuously improve your testing strategy and deliver your applications to market with confidence. Third, one of the key findings in the benchmark, both last year and this year, is that we can all do a better job with test quality. If test failures do not provide a high signal to a real problem, confidence in your testing will erode. That's why we're thrilled today to officially announce an exciting new capability called failure analysis. This enables you to see exactly what's contributing to your failures so you can correct just a few items and have the largest impact on test quality. More info on this exciting new capability is going to be available in the What's Next for Sauce Labs keynote coming up. We also have some new offerings to enable you to test together. The first is remote response services. We know that sometimes testing can be hard, and sometimes it requires a little bit of help from your friends, or in this case, our experts. That's why we're excited to introduce to you today our new remote response services program. With this program, qualifying customers can schedule a no-cost, half-day virtual session with our Sauce team of experts, including our world-renowned solution architects. We'll discuss your objectives, review how you're using Sauce today, and make sure our support and success team is fully aligned to your goals and objectives. Most importantly, our experts will provide you with actionable recommendations specific to your company and your needs for how to test better and to get more out of your automation. If you're interested in scheduling a remote response service, please contact your customer success manager. Also, you'll have a great opportunity later today to meet a number of the Sauce experts in the Ask the Experts session. Lastly, as many of you know, testing is becoming a team sport. Developers specifically are getting more involved in testing, but early pipeline testing is different and it requires a different approach. But wouldn't it be great to be able to have all the results in one place? We're thrilled today to announce a beta version of a new capability specifically for the developer that solves this very issue called Sauce Test Runner Toolkit. This is a containerized testing solution that simplifies user setup, speeds up test execution, and supports new open source frameworks like Puppeteer and Playwright for running your end-to-end web tests. You'll learn more about this exciting new capability also in the What's Next for Sauce Labs keynote. And of course, there is no better resource for testing better together than this very event and the incredible collection of speakers who make SauceCon possible. We have more than 30 sessions planned throughout the day with some of the most accomplished and passionate testers in the industry. Each of them will be coming to you from their home, whether they're in their kitchen, their living room, or their home office. Our event is nothing without our content and our speakers. So please, let's all extend each other a little bit of grace, and we'll all try to do our best and deliver content during these unusual circumstances. But yeah, you might see someone's kid or cat. You might hear a dog barking, but don't worry about it. We'll be okay. And if you miss a live session, don't worry. We'll be happy to share with you recordings of all the sessions that are available. Thank you again to our speakers for all your hard work in preparing for today. In addition to the track sessions, we have some incredible keynotes for you this year. Later this morning, you'll hear an inspiring keynote on the future of testing from Diego Lodeguche, Vice President and Principal Analyst at Forrester Research. He'll be coming to us live from Milan, Italy, with an update on how AI will and won't change the future of testing. You're also going to hear from our new Chief Product Officer, Matt Wyman. Matt joined us earlier this year from Circle CI, and he's going to share with you some exciting new updates, including the new capabilities that I mentioned earlier. I think you're going to find his views on where Sauce is going very engaging. This afternoon, in our closing keynote, we have another exciting speaker, Anil Chakravarthy, the Executive Vice President and General Manager of Digital Experience at Adobe. And he's going to share with us the business impact we can all have when it comes to creating a great digital experience. I also just want to take a quick minute to thank our sponsors for their generous support. Infosys, CloudBees, Testlio, Parasoft, DQ, Ministry of Testing, and Aspire Systems. Although we can't offer you an exhibit hall this year, we do have a number of partner-sponsored sessions on the agenda. And if you go to our SauceCon sponsor page, you can see all the wonderful prizes they will be raffling off in those sessions. So you don't want to miss out on that. The biggest thing that we will miss this year is not connecting with all of you in person. Not being able to share a cup of coffee at breakfast or enjoy a taco by the food truck. So please interact with us. Let us know that you're out there. Post updates on social with our official hashtag that you see here. Join our SauceCon Slack space, and you can connect with each other in the chat channel, or you can get updates in the announcement channel, or you can even get technical help at the Sauce, from the Sauce support team at the answers bar. And lastly, look for that event survey coming to you via email when the event concludes. As always, your feedback is very important to us. Now, it's time to get on with the show. At Sauce, we've always said that every business is now a digital business. Those words have never been more true than they are today, when physical storefronts and almost all face-to-face services are closed. For many businesses, the only way for them to connect with customers right now is digitally. As the developers and testers who create, verify, test, and deliver these experiences, you are now critically important to your business. And it has never been more important to have digital confidence. That is, to know that you are delivering the best possible experience for your users. And Sauce Labs is proud to partner with you and help you create digital confidence that you need today. Up next to talk to us about digital confidence is President and CEO of Sauce Labs, Aled Miles. In this keynote interview, Aled sits down with renowned change leader, investor, and entrepreneur, Niloufar Rossi Howe, to discuss leading teams, navigating change, and growing digital confidence in these uncertain times. If you haven't watched Nilou's TED Talk on the gift of exile, I highly recommend it. No one knows resiliency better than Nilou, who came to the US alone as just a little girl. Thank you for demonstrating the strength of this community and for attending SauceCon online. I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference, and I'll see you out there.